Paintings are just beautiful, just like this Van Gogh Starry Night, and this one. Whoa, wait, I didn't mean that. Whoa, okay, I guess not all have good intentions. So I'm your host Andrew, and here are your top 10 haunted painting scary urban legends. Starting our list right at number 10, we have The Hands Resist Him. This 1972 painting by Bill Stoneham depicts a young boy standing next to a doll in front of a glass doorway. If you look closely at the window behind the boy, you'll see a multitude of hands pressing against the glass. The boy himself is based on a photograph of the artist at a young age. The glass behind him represents a line between fantasy and reality, and the doll serves as his guide. Supposedly, the art critic that first reviewed the piece, as well as the director who put it on display, both passed away within a year of viewing the painting. The last person to sell the piece claimed that it was indeed cursed and that the characters within the art piece would move around, and in some odd cases, they would exit the painting altogether, allowing them to wreak havoc on the world. The artist even made a prequel and a sequel to this painting, and both are just as mysterious and disturbing as the next one. Coming at number 9, we have the Untitled Painting. Okay, so you're not supposed to look at this photo for too long, and I'll explain why. So let me just remove the photo. Are you gonna remove it? Okay, guess not. Sorry guys, I guess you can keep your eyes closed until I tell you to look back. This untitled piece is made by Zdzisław Beksiński, and this was a Polish painter who had a very dark style of dystopian surrealism. Beksiński had an obsession with death, and he displayed it in the majority of his paintings, and it's said that death shortly after became very obsessed with him. In 1998, Beksiński lost his wife tragically to cancer, and only a year later his son took his own life. So it's safe to assume that his life was filled with negative energy, hence his paintings. It's said that his energy transferred to the paintings because apparently when you look at the painting for too long, it not only gives off an eerie feeling, but may bring you closer to death. And that's exactly what happened to Beksiński, because in 2005 he was found with 17 stab wounds, all because of an argument about $100. I know, scary stuff. At our number 8 spot, we have The Dead Mother. This art piece was painted by Edvard Munch, which is also the same guy who painted the iconic Scream painting. But the Dead Mother painting gives off this incredibly tragic and eerie vibe. I mean, if you can't feel that from just looking at it, just read the name. It said that Munch painted this with the inspiration of his own tragic childhood experience. In reality, Munch witnessed the passing of his own mother and his own sister, only at the young age of 5 years old. Upon displaying this painting in a museum, people have reported a lot of strange and supernatural things. It's believed that if you see this painting in person, the eyes of the girl will just follow you. Others report seeing visions of the little girl in their nightmares, and also see the woman on the bed moving and could hear her bed sheets rustle. When people asked the painter how he felt about the eerie painting, he commented, quote, "Sickness, madness, and death were the black angels who watch over my cradle." Sounds like he knew it was haunted in the first place. At our number 7 spot, we have The Anguished Man. Very little do I think artists should back away from controversial and different types of ideas. I mean, that's just the creative process. But this one, yes, this one, just took it a little too far. This painting by an unknown artist is said to have mixed his own blood into the oils, and after completion, he took his own life. For years, it sat in a woman's attic in England, and she would experience strange and unusual things happening all around her house. After being spooked too many times, she then decided to hand it over to her grandson, Sean Robinson. He experienced similar occurrences, but for years he just left it all alone in his basement until flooding forced him to bring it upstairs. This is where it gets a bit worse. He started to hear whispering, crying, and he would also see a shadowy figure walk around the house, and even his son said it tried to push him down the stairs. Eventually, in 2011, he made a YouTube video documenting the strange things. All the way at our number 6 spot, we have the portrait of Samantha Houston. There's a haunted hotel named Driscoll Hotel with a supposedly cursed painting that was in the hotel. This painting was the portrait of Samantha Houston. Now that you've seen the paintings, I regret to inform you that some people report feeling nauseous or having the sensation of falling while they look at it. So if you haven't done both, you're doing great. Samantha Houston is said to have been the 4-year-old daughter of a former Texas senator. In 1887, her father took her to the Driscoll Hotel in Texas. Allegedly, Samantha passed away when she fell down the stairs playing around with a ball. Now, the paranormal activity around the building is blamed all on Samantha. Door handles around the painting shake with no explanation, and a ball could be seen bouncing around in the lobby. Others say that her expression becomes distorted when they view the painting in person. Right in the hump of our list, we have The Crying Boy. Painted by Italian artist Giovanni Bragolin, it became very popular in the 1950s, and many prints were made as well. Now during the 80s, there was a huge string of house fires where the painting came out unscathed. The whole house would be burning down and plop, there's a fully intact painting still there. Fire station officer Alan Wilkinson personally logged 50 fires where the painting survived, so it's pretty resilient. Rumors then spread that the painting was actually of an orphan who lost his home in a fire. At our number 4 spot, we have the Rain Woman. This is a painting that supposedly painted itself. The Ukrainian artist Svetlana painted this painting all the way in 1996 and reported that the whole time her hand was being controlled by something she couldn't see. She finished the painting in only 5 hours. One person who bought it and returned it just a few days later said, quote, "I dreamed about it every night. She appears and follows me like a shadow." The owners claimed that the painting gave them insomnia, and they even said they saw the woman exit the frame of the painting. She then sold it to 2 other people who ended up returning it back, saying that they experienced supernatural things and felt like their homes were no longer safe. At our number 3 spot, we have the portrait of Bernardo de Galvez. The portrait sits on display at Galvez Hotel in Galveston, Texas. The portrait hangs in one of the hotel's corridors where guests and employees have spotted ghosts in the background of photographs and have felt feelings of being grabbed at the ankle as they walk by. Nothing in the painting screams malicious. He just looks like a regular distinguished gentleman back in the day, doesn't he? But legend goes that an evil spirit found its way into the painting. Many people have claimed they feel extremely cold and uneasy standing near the portrait, and others even reported that his eyes would follow them along the hallway just like all the other ones on this list. That's not even the weirdest thing about the portrait. If you don't ask for Galvez's permission and proceed to take a photo of the painting, the picture will come out blurred and distorted, and is believed you'll be cursed after. At our number 2 spot, we have Man Proposes, God Disposes. This painting of 2 polar bears savagely attacking human remains depicts an imagined episode in the mysterious and grisly tale of Sir John Franklin's 1845 failed expedition to find the Northwest Passage. The painting reveals just how distressing the Victorians found the failure of this scientific expedition and the plight of its crew. It was even said by some college students that one time during an exam, a girl was staring directly into one of the polar bears' eyes, almost like in a trance-like state. Then, the student took her own life in the same room, and when they examined her exam paper, she just wrote, quote, "The bear made me do it." Taking our number 1 spot, we have the Stagecraft or the Hanging Man. The painting shown is an adaptation of a photograph that revealed a hanging man, and for obvious reasons, we couldn't show them it. Artist Laura P. reported I felt uneasy when painting the picture. When she hung it up on her local business, the workers reported that the painting would move on its own and papers around it went missing. She was then asked to take it back, but when she put it up in her own home, Laura said to have experienced paranormal activity for years, including an apparition of a headless man. She also claims that it was responsible for a mysterious leak, objects being knocked over, broken items, and even mysterious knocks on her door. Well, there we have it, our top 10 haunted painting scary urban legends. I'm your host Andrew, and if anything on this list struck out, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a scary day.